Stay with me because we're counting down 10 unbelievable geography facts about Mexico, starting at number 10 and building to the most mind-blowing fact at number 1. Which country hides a megacity that actually sinks deeper every year, was ground zero for the dinosaur-killing asteroid, and contains an underground cave system longer than some nations? Stick around as we unravel them all. Let's kick off the countdown with number 10. In 10th place, Mexico stretches further and packs more variety than most people realize. It is truly huge and diverse. With nearly 2 million square kilometers of land, it ranks as the 13th largest country on Earth. From the baking deserts of the north to the dense rainforests in the south, Mexico spans about 3,200 kilometers, roughly the distance from Alaska to California. Towering peaks like Pico de Orizaba soar over 5,600 meters, while lush jungles and arid plateaus create a patchwork of biomes. This wild geographic sweep sets the stage for everything that follows, making Mexico a land where extremes aren't the exception, they are the rule. Number 9, Mexico claims the title of reptile capital of the world. With 864 known species, this country outpaces even Australia for sheer reptile diversity. Nearly half, 49%, are found nowhere else on Earth. From the venomous Yucatan rattlesnake to the rare banded-beaded lizard, these creatures thrive in deserts, jungles, and coastal mangroves shaped by Mexico's wild terrain. But such extraordinary variety comes with a warning. Over 100 species are now endangered, and illegal wildlife trade remains a constant threat. Conservationists race to protect these living relics, knowing that once lost, these unique reptiles are gone forever. In 8th place, the Great Pyramid of Cholula in Puebla hides in plain sight. At first glance, it looks like just another grassy hill topped by a colonial church. But beneath that unassuming mound lies the largest pyramid on Earth by volume, spanning a colossal 450 meters on each side and reaching 66 meters high. That is 3 times the volume of Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza. Built in layers over centuries, the pyramid was so massive that Spanish settlers mistook it for a natural hill and built the Iglesia de los Remedios right on top. Recent LiDAR scans and INAH surveys confirm its staggering 4.2 million cubic meters of packed earth and adobe. The Great Pyramid of Cholula isn't just a monument, it's a hidden giant, blending ancient engineering with the layers of Mexico's cultural history. Number 7. The Yucatan hides a buried scar that changed the fate of life on Earth. 66 million years ago, a giant asteroid slammed into what is now the Mexican coast, blasting open the Chicxulub crater, a wound 200 kilometers wide, hidden beneath layers of limestone and jungle. The impact unleashed tsunamis, wildfires, and a choking darkness that wiped out nearly 3/4 of all species, including the last of the dinosaurs. Deep drilling in 2016 pulled up shocked quartz and a telltale iridium spike, proof of the cataclysm. But the story does not end in the rock. The force of the collision fractured the ground for miles, creating a vast network of sinkholes called cenotes that now dot the Yucatan. Today, these water-filled portals trace the outline of the ancient crater, linking Mexico's deep past with the strange underground world that lies ahead. At number 6, the Copper Canyon system in Chihuahua shatters expectations of scale. This is not a single canyon, but a sprawling labyrinth, 6 major gorges carved by rivers into the Sierra Madre Occidental, covering 50,000 square kilometers. That is 4 times the area of Arizona's Grand Canyon. And in places, the cliffs plunge even deeper, up to 1,870 meters from rim to river. The landscape is so rugged and remote that entire villages cling to the canyon walls, accessible only by foot or the legendary Chepe train. For the Raramuri people, these canyons are home and heritage, their ancient trails tracing impossible routes across sheer stone. Yet the same remoteness that protected their culture now draws waves of tourists, zip lines, and disputes over sacred land. Copper Canyon is more than a geological marvel. It is a vertical world where endurance, isolation, and cultural resilience run as deep as the canyons themselves. Number 5, Mexico City is literally sinking. The megacity is caught in a slow-motion collapse. Built atop the ancient lakebed of Tenochtitlan, the modern city sits on layers of soft clay that act like a giant sponge. As millions draw water from underground aquifers supplying nearly 70% of the city's needs, the clay loses moisture, compacts, and the ground sinks. In some neighborhoods, the surface drops by up to 50 centimeters each year. Since 1900, parts of the city have sunk more than 10 meters. This relentless descent isn't just a number. It warps roads, snaps pipes, and tilts monuments like the Metropolitan Cathedral and the Angel of Independence, which had to be secretly re-leveled in 2018. UNAM's satellite studies confirm the sinking is mostly irreversible. It is a stark reminder that Mexico City's geography isn't just history. It's a daily, urgent reality for more than 20 million people. Number 4, Mexico is not just a land of geographic extremes. It is also the world's largest Spanish-speaking country. More than 126 million people call Mexico home, and nearly all, about 98%, speak Spanish as their first language. That is a bigger native Spanish-speaking population than Spain, Colombia, or Argentina combined. This linguistic unity stretches from the bustle of Mexico City to the smallest mountain villages, shaping everything from street markets to national politics. But the country's human geography is far from monolithic. Over 60 indigenous languages are still spoken, echoing thousands of years of cultural history beneath the Spanish surface. In sheer numbers, Mexico stands as the heart of the Spanish-speaking world, a living landscape where language, people, and place are inseparable. Number 3, Mexico's silver story is written deep in the rock and stamped on its cities, fortunes, and scars. No country on earth produces more silver. In 2023 alone, Mexico pulled 6,300 tons from its mines, with reserves estimated at 160,000 tons. This mineral wealth isn't just a statistic, it is the backbone of entire regions. Zacatecas and Guanajuato, once remote outposts, exploded into booming colonial towns as Spanish and later Mexican miners tunneled for silver veins. The riches fueled trade routes and built Baroque cathedrals, but left behind ghost towns and landscapes pocked with shafts and tailings. Even today, silver mining drives local economies and global markets, but it is not without controversy. Modern mines like La Encantada bring jobs, yet spark clashes over water use and dust storms that threaten farms and communities. In Mexico, geology and economy are locked together, each new strike shaping lives, cities, and the land itself. Number 2, Mexico's coastline is a staggering sweep of water and weather, stretching 11,489 kilometers, longer than the distance from New York to Buenos Aires. This isn't just one shore, but two mighty ocean frontiers, the wild Pacific to the west and the Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean to the east. The Pacific side alone runs 7,338 kilometers, hammered by some of the world's fiercest hurricanes like Otis in 2023, which battered Acapulco with winds topping 300 kilometers per hour. On the other side, 2,805 kilometers of Gulf coastline and 1,346 kilometers along the Caribbean host a different world where turquoise waters meet coral reefs and mangrove forests. The Sea of Cortez, often called the world's aquarium, brings its own blend of mangroves and marine life, wedged between Baja California and the mainland. Only 10 countries on Earth have longer shorelines, but few can match Mexico's dual ocean drama, Pacific storms, Caribbean reefs, and a marine expanse that shapes climate, culture, and the national imagination. And finally, in first place, hidden beneath the jungles of Quintana Roo, lies a world that defies imagination. Sac Acton is the planet's longest underwater cave system, a flooded labyrinth that stretches for more than 670 kilometers according to surveys in 2023. That is farther than the drive from Mexico City to Monterey, all underground, all beneath your feet. Divers spent decades threading through pitch-black tunnels and crystal-clear chambers, mapping passage after passage until, in 2018, two massive systems were linked to reveal this record-breaking network. What makes Sac Acton extraordinary is not just its scale, but its origin. It was carved by water-dissolving limestone over millions of years, shaped by the same geology that created the Yucatan's famous cenotes. Inside, the cave preserves a time capsule of ancient life. Fossilized bones of Ice Age sloths, Maya artifacts, and even the remains of some of America's earliest humans. Strict conservation rules now protect this fragile underworld, with only expert divers allowed into its depths. As archaeologist Guillermo de Anda described after a breakthrough dive, exploring Sac. Acton feels like opening a door to another planet. In a land marked by extremes, Sac Acton stands alone, a drowned maze that unites Mexico's deep past, its wild geology, and the unending human urge to explore. Across all 10 facts, one truth emerges. Mexico's geography is not just diverse, it is extreme and ancient, reshaping life above and below ground. This landscape forges biodiversity, history, and cities in ways few countries can match. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because more mind-blowing geography documentaries are coming next.